You sure may.
Pardon me. My asthma is acting up. The young man came and he spoke about bridging the gap, and I think that's a perfect segue to my statement. So, due to some recent activities, I'm going to respond accordingly. I go high when people go low. In my professional life and personal life, I meet people where they are. So let me apologize for having to trek down to the guttural level. I realized when I became a public figure, I opened myself up for criticism, racism, bigotry, and hatred from people who fear me because of my integrity, my character, relevance, education, and social standing, and oratorical skills. I worked hard to attain my status, and I'm proud of who I have become. But when you go above and beyond the criticism and disparagement of me by making statements which are filled with lies and unfounded accusations, which can affect my ability to be gainfully employed as a mental health therapist, launch my private practice, launch my nonprofit, you have stepped out of the realm of attacking a public figure and into the realm of impeding my ability to financially provide for myself. Abuse of a senior citizen, abuse of a disabled person, and abuse of an altruistic black woman, all punishable by law in legal and civil courts of law. Prior to me moving to Contra Costa County, I worked as a specialist for the Alameda County Sheriff Office at Santa Rita Jail in 2010. When I was raised, I was taught to put up or shut up. I led and assisted in protests in Antioch because it was the right thing to do. But instead of taking the position of a cowardice, spineless social media warrior, I also put my money where my mouth is and decided I needed to be involved in to make a difference in Antioch. The first step I took was to apply to become a member of Reimagine Antioch, where we strategize and make plans to create a healing center to help the community members of Antioch who've been harmed the most, black people. The second step I took was to apply to be a police trainee law enforcement officer with the Antioch Police Department last year. I spoke with the interim chief and explained about my physical disabilities and was assured they would make accommodations for the physical agility test, as well as assured me they do not discriminate against aged people. I was scheduled to take the post-test on 9/29/2003 at 8 o'clock a.m. at the Antioch Police Department, but my sciatica went completely out, and I was bedridden for a couple of months. The third step I took was to apply for a position as a commissioner on the Antioch Police Oversight Commission, which I was selected by local community members, not one sole council member. The fourth step I took was to apply for the position of Community Services Officer for the City of Antioch and completed the written test Friday, March 29, 2024. Nobody knows I was contacted by the interim chief of police last year, was asked to assist the department to review policies surrounding effective policing, mental health disparity, as well as social justice and equity. Before he could get the question out of his mouth, I said yes, because this was an opportunity for me to help create policies which would be used for training purposes and help the Antioch Police Department to heal from the disgraceful past. Everything I've ever done was for the betterment of people around me because I know God has me covered and I don't have to worry about me. I enjoyed my life in which I thrived in any area I touched, including being a published author and being a certified applied statistician, which helps me to write grants for myself and contract myself out for others when I have time. I'm a mother of 5, grandmother of 7, great-grandmother of 12, and great-great-grandmother of 1.5 children. In addition to potential clients of my numerous streams of income, all my children, except for 2.5, read and listen to the news and are affected by the disparaging, libelous, and slanderous remarks made by a few people who haven't walked a mile in my shoes and can never achieve what I have achieved in their lifetime. I'm not a politician or a power chaser because I need to be able to look at my reflection in the mirror and not turn away from the horrid, revolting, hideous, grotesque, abhorrent, heinous, repulsive being I have manifested into. Ending, any weapons raised against me shall not prosper. Any further acts of aggression and intimidation will be construed as a violation of the American with Disability Acts to condone violence toward me, elder abuse by intentional acts or failure to act that causes a risk of harm to an older adult, in violation of my struggle for equality as a black woman who has always served on the front line in the fight for equality. I am protected by these three classes, and I will use any means necessary to protect me. So for everyone that says I hate the police, I just made you look foolish. Thank you.
Commissioner?